and this is Meta. Meta married Schumann, Anna Lehman, Frida Fischer, Bertha Kirmse. I don't know why I'm stuck here a minute for the moment.
And his name was?
Yeah, this is my problem when I'm getting with names. I know the names, but it's not clicked in on the computer here.
Oh, that's okay.
I could have rolled those off at any time.
That's okay. We'll go to the next one anyway.
Now this is the way it looked, you know, when they all got together. And I know a lot of these. I see a spot right now. This lady up here is the Lehman's, Bill Lehman's sister. Is this Dichterheft. They lived in Euland when I first knew them. And in her old age, she lived at in comfort at the Hermanson's home. Well, these are grandchildren, and all of them are in the family. But
looks like a nice little get-together.
Oh yes, it was always. And for many years there was Krause Jonas reunion, and would have well over 100 people there. A lot of people. These are all grandchildren down here. Now, I'm not in this picture, and this had to be taken before we were married, I think, because I would have been in there if it had been. This is a Marvin Yarish, and his parents are in there. These were close friends, so I know that. But this Frida Fischer, she lived up at Fisher Store. Just married one of that family that is responsible for the name of Fisher today. Now I know the name of that.
Oops.
We can go back to. The name I wasn't getting a while ago was Freddie.
That's Fred?
Yes, I think this is Freddie. And Otto and Gus for sure, you know, and Eugene. Eugene was the youngest, I think. Or maybe Freddie. I'm not sure about the age.
That's okay.
That is a picture of me at 1 year, I think. So that's the way we dressed babies in those days. And I see I had a lot of hair at that age already.
I was going to say, a nice head of hair there.
Yeah. My mother used to comb this hair around the fingers, you know, and had curls that were popular back in the movies with Mary Pickford years and years and years ago. Another picture. Oh,
Oops.
how did I do that? This is taken about the same time. I mean, I'd say that this was taken at the same time as this previous picture we looked at, which I said the girls thought was...
This thing right here is a little trigger,
Okay.
so you want to avoid that.
Okay, I'll get my hand over here and use one hand, that'll be better. So this is another picture. The girls said that he told them that he took the suit home on approval and had his picture made in it and took it back to the store. I don't know if I should say that. This was after his parents were divorced, I think. And he and his mother moved to town. They had lived in Shimmonsville. It's where he first went to school. Incidentally, he said they taught them more German than English. And he was, of course, like most people living in New Braunfels back then, was equally comfortable with German, or maybe more so than English. His teachers, by the way, were people nowadays would remember. Gertrude Fisher, who was Gertrude Dietl. I think she was 18 years old. She was teaching there with her father, Mr. Dietl, D-I-E-T-E-L, and he was later, well, he was very involved in the music of the singing societies here. Did I go backwards?
You might have.
How did I do that? I'm going backwards?
They're not in any order. They're they're really.
This picture was taken. I don't know. I was a freshman in UT, and I remember that I only had 2 copies, and I wondered what happened to this copy, but we did find it. The other copy was given to the first one I fell in love with when I was in a freshman class, but he was older and did not get to come back to school, and we kept a correspondence going for a while, but finally it seemed to me that there was no good reason to keep it alive, and we parted in tears in front of the tower. Incidentally, the tower building was being built. The library was the library, and other buildings were being built during the time I was enrolled at the university, which was from September of 38 to 34 to 38. This is the wedding that introduced me to Leroy Lehman. Of all things, that's a brown dress I'm wearing and a brown hat. In those days, this is not unusual to be married in a suit or a dress instead of a wedding dress. It was just getting out of the Depression. Not too many unpleasant memories as far as that goes. I remember my father was worried, wondering if he would be able to keep his job tuning pianos and rebuilding pianos, whatever that needed to be done to pianos. My father was an expert, and I'm sure that that particular firm would have never let him go, because I have letters that express an extreme respect for my father and all that he could do there. But what he did was to start taking a correspondence course on radio repair. And it's difficult to